Hello everybody and welcome to our next episode in our buttercream flower series where I'm demonstrating how to make beautiful buttercream flowers for your cupcakes or your cakes. In today's series we're going to be doing the sunflower, which is a beautiful yellow and symbolizes sunshine and is the flower of spring. I'll be following the same pattern as I did last week, where I discussed nozzles, your buttercream consistency, as well as technique in detail. But before we get along, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. The link is below, and make as many comments as you like, and please do ask questions. I will answer them as best I can. Right, so we're going to get to our demo now, and we're going to discuss the nozzles. What the nozzle that we're going to use for today to make the sunflower is the leaf nozzle. The most common leaf nozzle that is used is this particular one. Well, this shape, as you can see, these two are the same size, but they are identical in shape and the style, in that it has this the two pointy edges with the gap down the center. But you will get the same result, just obviously a smaller one on the smaller leaf nozzles and a bigger version on the big nozzle. You also get a variation on the leaf, which is like this one, where it's got this little groove here in the center, which will give you that center stem up the center of your leaf. And then obviously the technique you use will then give you your veins. And then this nozzle is just a round nozzle to use in the center, as you'll see in the demo, in the center of your sunflower. It's just a 2mm plain circle nozzle. Right, so that's what we're going to do with the nozzles, and we will be using, because I'm using it on cupcakes and not on a cake, and because I don't really want a really large sunflower, I'm going to be using the two smaller nozzles, and so not that one, and I'm not going to use that one because I'm not looking for anything fancy, and I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use one for the leaf and one for the petal of the sunflower, and then this one will be used for the center of the sunflower. Right, so we're going to get on with the buttercream. We're going to use 3 different color buttercreams: yellow for the petals, green for the leaves, and brown for the center of your sunflower. As usual, your buttercream is same consistency as always, like as you get it once you've mixed it. Perfectly fine. As you can see today, mine is looking rather thick, more because it's cold today, but I'm not going to thin it up or anything like that. I don't want it to soften up later, so I would rather just leave it like this. It holds its shape, which is what we're looking for. Nice bright yellow, which is definitely what we need for sunflowers, and green buttercream for the leaves. And I have mixed my own green. I only have certain colors, and I might just do an episode just on how to mix different colors. So if you are wanting to do that, please say yes, that you would like to see a demo on how to mix different colors using literally 6 colors. You can then mix the color of the rainbow from those 6 colors. So I've mixed my own color, green. I wanted it to look more realistic as opposed to this bright lumo kind of green, but also same consistency, holds its shape. So just a tip on chocolate buttercream. I make my chocolate buttercream by, if I've got any leftover buttercream, like if I've been using different colors, and I no longer need the different colors anymore, because obviously different orders require different colors and stuff. So what I normally do, so that I don't waste the buttercream, is that I put all the colors together, add some cocoa, and then I get this beautiful rich chocolate buttercream. So I get obviously the brown, and who doesn't like chocolate, so nice chocolatey taste by adding the cocoa. But this was originally, I think, 3 or 4 different colors of buttercream to get, and it just gives you a nice rich chocolate brown, as opposed to adding cocoa to the normal white buttercream, because it gives you an extra bit of oomph in the color. Right, and then obviously I'm not going to be doing any two tones. I won't be needing my cling wrap, but obviously, like we did in the last episode, but by all means you can use cling wrap if you want to reduce your cleaning up efforts. So you can always just use your cling wrap, put the one color in, roll it up, snip it on the end, and put it in here. If you don't feel like cleaning, you're still going to clean your nozzle, your piping bag, but not as much as you would as if you're going to do it like I'm going to do now, where I'm just going to put it straight in here. So I'm just going to, because this is for the center, we're not going to need a lot, so I'll just put a little bit in. You will see what I mean when I say you're not going to need a lot. So I'm honestly not going to put a lot of chocolate in there. You don't need to fill up your entire piping bag if you're only going to use a little bit. I'm not even going to use this much, but I need enough to be able to squeeze. Excuse me. And then we're going to do one for our yellow and one for our green. Is that the correct size? Yes. So one for green. Also, not going to put hang of a lot in, because yeah, we're not going to. I just need enough to be able to have squeezing space. Same as always, push it down to the bottom, twist and turn. By all means, put it in elastic at the bottom. My daughter these days, when I do it with her, always requests an elastic, because she knows that she does not squeeze from the top as she should, although she is practicing and she's doing quite well at it. And then yellow. Oh, that's getting stuck there. So that's the only thing with the leaf nozzles. These are very, very pointy and very, very sharp, so you can actually poke yourself quite badly, but it can also poke holes into your bag, which obviously you don't want. We're going to use a lot more yellow, because we're going to follow. We're going to need more, because we're going to have at least a double row of petals. Completely up to you, but obviously the sunflower has a nice big brown center, so we're not going to close that up too much, but we definitely need at least two rows of petals, because I don't think you've ever seen a sunflower with only one row of petals. So squeeze that down. Those are our 3 nozzles, and then we're going to get on with showing you how to make it. Okay, so to get on with our technique, we're going to put our brown and our green on the side, because we will do that last. So, same as always, get twisted. I'm going to turn it around so that you can see it better. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow in an imaginary circle. in the center of your cupcake while we go around. And what we're going to do, let me just put that one there, is that you're going to squeeze and pull. And you're going to overlap them slightly and squeeze and pull. And you're going to keep turning. You can either, you should be overlapping on the top. Squeeze and pull. Squeeze and pull. So you're getting this fat little bottom base, and then it's going, as you pull it, it pulls out. So you're going to squeeze and pull. Squeeze and pull. And as you can see, so you get that little fat section, and then as you pull it, it makes it thinner. Your petals should be overlapping, because that's what it does in nature. If you look at a buttercream flower, if you look at a flower, you will see that the leaves overlap each other. They're not just sitting next to each other. So squeeze and pull. My circle's not very much of a circle. Maybe on the second one I'll get that right, but it really actually doesn't make much of a difference. We can add in petals and to make it a little bit fuller. So now we've done one circle. We're going to do exactly the same thing, and we're going to do it on top. And then what we're going to try and do is, if we're going to try and start it, so each petal will then be on, I don't know if you can see it, so you've got one petal and two petals. We're going to go in the middle of the two petals so that it overlaps over the two petals. Same thing, and then we're going to change the angle slightly and pull your hand up a little bit, so that the angle of, so those ones are lying a lot more flatter, whereas the next one will be up a little bit more. Squeeze and pull, and you do the same thing. And these things are never ever 100% perfect. Nature's not perfect. It's got its own characteristics. Same with cake art. It's not, or as art in general, it's never perfect. It's each to their own. So we don't want it smaller than that, because the sunflower has a nice big center. So we're going to leave that. I'm just going to add, I feel like that's a bit, so I'm going to add underneath the petals an extra layer, and it's completely up to you. You don't have to add the extra layer, you can add the extra layer. And I'm going in between the two petals so that you can see it, so that they overlap each other. And you just squeeze and pull. So we're not getting much, it really is a quick motion of basting your buttercream down and then pulling. The main thing is that you get this almost like an upside down heart. Right, so I'm going to do it one more time so that we can circle a bit. Right. Then we're going to use our little round nozzle, where we're going to pipe little dots or little balls, if you want to call it, all the way around in the center, giving you the center of your cupcake, of your sunflower. And just keep doing that all the way around. We are going to add a little something to spice it up a bit, because we can't have plain cupcakes. We've got to make them beautiful, extra beautiful. So that's where we're going with that one. So same thing on our other one. Squeeze and lift. As I always say to my child, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. and she sits and repeats it to herself over and over again while she's doing it. But obviously it helps her to remember that she's got to squeeze to base it onto the cake and then pull up. So this one's quite simple. It's just literally a squeeze and lift. Little, what do you want to call it? Little balls of piped chocolate buttercream. Right. So then onto our leaves. So same nozzle, same leaf nozzle, same size, everything, nothing has changed. The difference is we're going to squeeze, same as you would the petal, except now you're going to shake your hand a bit to give it a bit of a vein within the leaf. So you're going to do the same thing as in following all the way around the base of the cupcake in the circle, except you're going to, I don't know if you can see me shaking my hand, it's like a jagged effect, and you can do variations on the leaf making it like that. You can shake your hand as much as you want to get as many little veins as you like, or you can make them as simple as you like and have less veins, less jagged effect. And you just follow it all the way underneath. You always do your leaves last to fill in the gaps of your cupcake. I don't like seeing the base of the cupcake. I feel like if it's not covered, it might just dry out, but that's just me. And there we have our beautiful little sunflower. Right, so now what we're going to do, of course, you know, we're going to glamour up our flowers because they are beautiful the way they are, and by all means leave them the way they are, but I like to add extras. So I'm going to add some glitter, of course, because the flowers do look amazing when you've put the glitter on. It just gives it a completely different kind of effect. And I'm only putting it on the petals. I'm going to leave the center and I'm going to let whatever falls on the leaves, but I'm going to try and not put on the leaves, just on the petals itself. All the way around, oopsie, all the way around. And then just put a little, just really glamours it up, and it just gives it a whole new feeling when you, I mean, just that alone makes it look absolutely gorgeous. But I found these awesome little babies. They are tiny little, they're not round, they very irregular little like chocolate chips, but almost like the vermicelli that you get in the shops. You get this like at Checkers or one of those places, you get a tub with 4 different compartments and you get various ones, and I bought the chocolate one. You can get these things from your local baking supply shop, but this particular one I have not seen anywhere else but at Checkers, so I went and got them. It's very nice. They taste delicious too, and I'm going to just sprinkle them on top of, and obviously the deliciousness of chocolate inside there, along with the chocolate buttercream, and then these little crunchy bits just make it for a whole new dynamic in your and it's raining outside. Can't get away from background noise. Yeah, gives your cupcake a whole new dynamic. I mean, really it does. Instead of just having those little squirts of buttercream in the center, so you can just add these, and it does make it look a little bit more like a sunflower to have these. I just want to add a little bit more there. Right, so that's our beautiful sunflowers celebrating Spring Day. Right, and we've got 2 beautiful sunflowers.